Muay Thai is not about fighting. It's all the other things that it does for you as a person, both mentally and physically and philosophically. That's what Muay Thai is really about. The fighting is only one expression of what the art is. The art is so deep, and if you delve into it, it will feed your soul for your whole life. It just becomes part of you, and it becomes yours. That's the other unique thing about Muay Thai, is that there's no one way to do Muay Thai. Every individual ends up with their own version of it, something that fits them as a person. And that's what's so beautiful about it.
My name is Joanne Sotaridona. I'm from Philippines, but I migrated to the US, so I'm living there for about 3 years now.
My name's Julian Nguyen. I'm from Worcester, Massachusetts, and I am in the 71 kilogram weight class.
My name is Nate DeLong from Boston, Mass. I fight 91 kilograms heavyweight division for Team USA Muay Thai.
My name is Mark Nardone, Crew Mark, or Crew. I represent Team USA for one. I'm the president of the American Muay Thai Federation. I'm also the interim vice president of the World Muay Thai Federation.
They normally hold the championships in Bangkok, but they moved it because of the protests to Pattaya, which is about an hour south. So we're driving down there. They say good guys go to heaven, bad guys go to Pattaya. So we'll have to see what that's all about. When all the other teams arrived, Bulgaria was pretty deep in the lobby, Brazil was around, Portugal and Spain came. They had really cool jumpsuits. It's just so awesome to see everyone arriving. This is going to be a crazy tournament. sauna suit time. As we go towards the tournament, I feel like I'm really kind of focusing down into warrior mode, into the best version of myself to undertake the tournament.
The World Muay Thai Federation World Championships is one of the most prestigious tournaments for the amateur and semi-pro fighters, although most of the fighters are either pro fighters already or amateurs with hundreds of fights on their record. I got my start in competitive fighting, training with my first kickboxing coach, Marvin Perry, over in Boston at Redline Fight Sports. During my training, I got a call from an old friend who asked me to help him prepare for a fight, which is where I met Crew Mark, who gave me my first true introduction to Muay Thai. I immediately fell in love with the art, the culture, the sport. And you know, what I love most about Muay Thai is just the amount of respect and humility amongst all the fighters and community. I didn't think I'd be able to make it out to Thailand this year, and after starting the fundraising page within days, I was able to raise enough money with the support of all my friends and family. It was pretty overwhelming at first.
And training, I started 3 years ago. So last year I joined the WMF competition as well. I won silver. I came here in Thailand. I trained in Luk Tufa. I love it. You know, I don't get a lot of fights back in Boston. It's because of my weight, probably. It's hard to find because I'm small. But right here, I got a lot of opponents, so I want to get as much fights as I can. I love the sport. You know, I don't fight for money. I just love it.
All three of the team members, you know, have done the work they needed to do to get here. There's always an element of chance with a tournament style because there's such a wide range of people here. You might get an easy draw, you might get a bye into the first rounds, you might end up fighting the gold medal winner right in the first round. You never can tell. But it's all about the experience. Everybody here has the capacity to win. You know, not just to fight, but to get a medal and go all the way.
Got my sweatshirt on my sauna suit. Doing some sweating. I knew it was gonna come to this, but I cut a lot of weight to get down here. I'm fucking dehydrated, man. But this is kind of like the purification before the fight. So as much as I don't like it, I kind of look forward to it and respect it as part of the process. I really want to drink some water.
Julian, do the honors of turning off the air conditioner.
All right, here we go.
The way the draw works is all the countries for each weight class are put into a golden chalice. And from there, one random person is selected to draw each country who will fight each other.
Julian has Lucia.
So first round I drew Russia, which is, it's kind of funny, I don't know, we were like joking about it that I was gonna have to face some big Russian dude, and lo and behold, that's what's happening. I haven't seen him, I don't think. The Russians are heavily favored, so I'm hoping that they're gonna underestimate me. I'm looking forward to just like getting in this kid's face and just not stopping until I win.
Today, for my weight class, I drew Uzbekistan for my first fight. We were prepared to go for any country, or prepared for anywhere the fight takes us.
Tomorrow I'm gonna fight Ariana Santos, and I don't know what's her record right now. So yeah, I'm gonna fight a pro. I mean, I believe in myself, so I know I'm strong, so I know I can do this.
There's no one super recipe of Joe needs to do this to win, Julian needs to do this to win. It's a case of, if anything, Joe, Julian, and Nate need to listen to win. They have the skills, they have the techniques. It's a question of putting it together. It's the chess moves of Muay Thai. Muay Thai is a chess game. You have opening moves, you have gambits. That's what Muay Thai is all about. It's such a cerebral game, even though everybody thinks it's all physical, it's not. It's all in the head, and it's all in the landscape of what you can see. Can you think 2-3 moves ahead of your opponent? Can you make him flinch so you can land a shot? Can you see a chink in his armor and go after it hard? Can you see when he's starting to mentally break?
So today was the opening ceremony. All the teams were there in uniform with TV cameras and stuff. The flags are waving, energy is really high, the arena's packed. There was a big performance. Saw the history of Muay Thai, there was some sword fighting. And then the tournament began. There's 9 fighters in the 91 kilogram division, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how everyone else in the division fights. The first fight comes out, it's South Africa versus Brazil for men's heavyweight. And I was excited to see it, man, and I was hyped. The Brazilian kid was really scrappy, a lot of hands. I think the South African kid maybe was feeling the pressure being the first fight, and he seemed a little jittery. Brazil ultimately ended up winning, and seeing those two fighters really made me excited to fight, because after that fight I definitely feel like I can hang, and I think I have a good shot in the tournament.
I was nervous, excited at the same time. Ariana Santos.
As a professional fighter, probably 70 plus fights, and it got into Joe's head a little bit.
I was thinking too much. Like I saw her like hitting the pads, like holy shit, she's so fast, and then suddenly I get nervous.
Dirty, mean, shove the face, elbow in the face, make it feel uncomfortable, right? Turn your body over, turn it all the way over. What? There, that's the one. Again. Everyone like that. Cover. if all the stars align, if they do all the things they need to do, if they listen to me when I tell them what they need to be doing in the ring, then yeah, everybody has a chance to win here.
I was thinking about the combos that I'm supposed to do. I was waiting for her to attack me. Oh, shit. She hits hard. So when I was in the corner, crew was telling me to be in her face, like give all I got.
I told Jo all the things she needed to do to win that fight.
I said yes, okay. Then again, when the bell rings, it's like I spaced out again.
Each time we came to the corner in the break of the round, I looked in her eyes and she wasn't there. She was fighting, but she wasn't fighting.
Which was hard to watch because we know how good she is. She could have won that fight, man. I really think she could have.
At the end of the fight, I was like, what did I do? I'm not even gassed out, and I was like, oh, I did something wrong. Like after 3 rounds, it's like shit.
She was so locked into the fact that this girl had more experience than her and that this girl had actually fought in pro, and gave no thought to the fact that she could have won the fight. Jo was capable of winning the fight.
That's why I feel so disappointed.
And we want to see a different Jo. We want to see the Jo that we know is there. We want to see the Jo that tucks her chin down and bangs with the guys twice her size in the gym.
Go to the temple and relax and take my mind off fighting for a couple hours.
Julian fought last year and lost against Vietnamese. He has evolved a lot over the last year, really. I mean, his movement, his technique has become so elegant. He has worked on his mental game quite a bit. And I think, he certainly is the higher level of the fighters that we have, but he has the toughest division. His division will easily have 17, 18 people in it, which means, to get anywhere near a medal, he's got to win 2 or 3 fights. So he's probably the most skilled of the fighters that we have, but he has the toughest path ahead of him. Nate is our big, strong ox of a guy. His legs are heavy. Once that leg is in motion, if you're in the way, then it's going to hurt and hurt a lot. I think Nate, what he needs to do is he needs to get out of his comfort zone. He tends to only throw the stuff that he knows works all the time, which is kind of a pro fighter's mentality. Pro fighters throw the high percentage stuff that lands all the time. You know, Nate needs to step out of his comfort zone and start to throw things that might not land, but you know, you give it a try, especially an amateur. You know, it really only helps your game. The amateur is all about displaying that you know the art, not that you can just fight, not that you can just hit hard, but can you use a full range of Muay Thai techniques? Are you just punching, or are you just kicking? You know, do you have only one thing in your repertoire? Safety is the first thing, because we understand, you know, that athletes have to fight more than once over a sequence of days. So for amateur, you have full range of pads. You have headgear, body gear, elbow pads and shin pads. But it's full Muay Thai rules.
Preparing for this, you know, all the hard work is done. You know, I'm in a good place right now, both physically and mentally. You know, I'm really honored and privileged to represent Team USA and my own gym, Team Link Muay Thai as well.
When you're going to your right, you're going to your right, set arm, set arm.
Cruz helped introduce the majority of people in our area to Muay Thai. You know, he's a true ambassador of the sport. He taught me a lot about the history, the philosophy, the techniques, the tactics, the mindset. Really helped mold me into the fighter I am today.
I do Muay Thai because I love it. I love the respect that's earned after stepping in the ring. I love the art, the style, the culture. It's the toughest sport in the world, and it's changed my life for the better. I felt really strong, calm, and confident before the fight, and I was prepared for anything.
During the first round, feeling out the power, the range, reach, I got tagged pretty good in my right eye. At that point, I was seeing double. You know, shake it off a bit, still seeing double through the whole fight.
We don't know what's up with his eye. Hopefully nothing too bad.
Started out first round a little rocky because he forgot the first rule of being a southpaw is don't circle left. And he circled left a couple of times and he got stung with a really, really powerful left hook. He admitted to me afterwards that he saw double. We made the adjustments in the second round.
I made sure to keep my hands up high to block all his punches. I became more conscious of my opponent's boxing. I also started to find a home for my left kicks to his body.
Second round, he did really well. He was scoring well. Won the second round, I thought, pretty clearly.
Third round we made more adjustments, he went out, still scored some points. The other fighter came on strong because he knew he had to.
Our team thought we had done enough to win the fight. Of course, when the decision was announced, I felt disappointed. I felt like I had let down my team, family, friends, and everyone who believed and supported me. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and although I may not understand now, I knew in my heart that this would be a great experience for me to learn and grow from.
Body kick after body kick after body. No way to lose this fight. I'm telling you, bro. No way.
Joss Mendoza was there. He thought he won the fight. It was really frustrating.
I mean, I know it's not the same as pro, but even in amateur, he won that.
I've said it before, Muay Thai is a journey. You know, it's what you do on the journey that makes the difference.
Julian, man, that was a heartbreaking loss, dude. Nothing you could do. I mean, he'll hopefully get redemption in the Pro-Am tournament, and I hope Joe faces the same chick in the Pro-Am tournament just so they have a chance to right the wrong. So now I'm the last American standing in the amateur. Now I'm facing Russia in 2 days. And I really feel motivated in a different way than I ever have before. Like when I fought for the title, I wanted it so bad, and they broke my nose off my face, and I still wanted it, and I took it, but this is different. Even though it's the first fight in the bracket, I feel like I have to show that the Americans are legit, and I think we learned from Julian's fight that you can't leave anything up to the judges. The tournament started on the 12th, and I don't get to fight until the 18th. Today, crew told us to take a beach day and chill out. No argument here. You know, I've got the fight on the horizon, and going to the old capital of Thailand, just being around fighters from all over the world was amazing. You know, we might not speak the same language, but we're all there to celebrate the art.
It's awesome. Surrounded yourself with people with the same passion that you have too. It feels like home. And plus, Buakaw is there, so I get to see him again. I'm a big fan.
The Y crew, in essence, it's the core of what Muay Thai is all about. And it's a show of respect. Crew means teacher. So basically, the Y crew is a show of respect to your teacher. People from all across the globe, and I think there was over 1,600 people there this year, come to Thailand to pay homage and respect to the kind of fathers of Muay Thai, both living and past. It really is an amazing experience to go and, you know, receive blessings from some of the repositories of the greatest Muay Thai knowledge that are still living today, which are the senior grandmasters of Muay Thai in Thailand. This year there was also, you know, other people being respected, and some of them were sitting up on the stage, and there's some of the greatest Muay Thai champions that there's ever been. You know, DeLong was there, Pat Waro was there. You know, it was a great experience.
Being a part of something so much bigger than myself and like this ancient art that so many people are so passionate about was amazing, and it really kind of centered me, helped me relax, and got me where I need to be for the fight tomorrow. Going to the arena, try to just keep it light, relax. I was the last fight of the night. I was warming up, I was in the back of the arena, and it was like kind of rusted out and concrete, and you could hear the crowd outside. And it started to remind me, kind of like, all right, I've been here before. This is no different from the back of a warehouse or the back of a club in the States. So I started to be familiar, started to relax, started to get focused, and then I started to feel like, all right, I'm gonna get in there and hurt this kid. Fighting amateur in Thailand was a really different experience. In the States, we're used to fighting to try and knock someone out or TKO them with an injury. Here, that's less likely to happen, so you're fighting more for points. Feeling a lot of pressure because I'm the last American left in the amateur bracket. I didn't know anything about him, hadn't seen him. I was looking out the window from the second story and I could see him warming up. He didn't look like someone that I couldn't beat. I just started to feel all the sounds and the sights and the lights, and everything becomes heightened, and started to breathe, and I really started to appreciate the moment. So I got in the ring and I started to seal the ring.
I like to feel the surface of the ring, look into the audience, see who's watching, kind of just absorb the whole thing. And then as I start to seal the ring, I don't have a better way to describe it other than it's like a funnel, and the whole world comes down, everything in my life, into the singular point, and it's just me in the ring with another being that wants to hurt me. I just get really calm, and things start to go in slow motion. It's weird, it's like slow motion, but it's sped up at the same time. And crew told me before every hit, think break. I'm gonna try and break this kid, hit him as hard as I can. I just told myself I'm gonna punish him for every mistake that he makes, and I'm gonna kind of let him come to me, and I'm gonna smash him every time he does. Right away, I started to go on offense and try and dictate the fight a little bit, and he kept trying to walk in and muscle me. Kept hitting his leg, getting some good leg shots in. He got an illegal sweep on me. No, it wasn't fazing me. I kind of felt like I was dictating the fight, except when he was walking in to clinch. The first round ended. Crew told me I won the first round. He said, next round, keep punishing his legs. That was my strategy, was to try and draw him off balance and hit him. It seemed to be working. Third round, Crew warned me, said, you're winning this fight. This kid's gonna come at you with everything. He's gotta knock you out to win.
Definitely won the first round, definitely won the second round. Third round, I told him in the corner, I said, the kid's gonna come because he's gotta get a knockout to basically win this fight.
fight, sure, I won. I looked out into the judges and I put my hand in the air because I knew I won. And then they said blue. I was shocked. I wasn't even mad. I just kind of was wondering, like, what fight did the judges watch? It was my first loss ever. I couldn't believe that that's how it went down. And I felt really disappointed. I felt like I let my team down. I felt like I let my coach down and my friends, and I just couldn't believe that it happened. And we got out of the ring and everyone was telling me, everyone knows you won the fight, but I didn't win the fight, you know? I guess after the fight, one of the judges told crew that I won the first round 10-9, I won the second round 10-9, and then one of the judges scored the last round 10-8 in favor of Russia, and they gave it to him for his aggression, even though he didn't really land anything, in my opinion. And that's how it went down.
3 fights that didn't go the way we wanted them, but you know, the goal is not just to win, is to get experience, and I think everybody learns something from their fights.
So it turns out that Julian had an orbital fracture to his eye, which is a really bad injury to get.
If it was an orthopedic injury, if it was a banged up wrist, a banged up shin or a knee, we could have worked with it, but the eye is just too fragile.
Unfortunately, he's going to have to withdraw from the Pro-Am bracket. You know, that's a shame because I really think he had a chance to win the whole thing in his division. So I guess Crew's going to have him play it safe, though, and that's probably the best thing to do.
I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy being in the ring. You know, this is what makes me feel alive.
So both Nate and Joe entered in the Pro-Ams. They both got a good draw this time. Both go straight to the final. So it means they only have one fight for either a belt or a medal. So we'll see how it goes.
I have to show that the Americans are legit, and I have to show that I'm legit. So with that in mind, I'm gonna get in the ring and batter this kid. I need to show everyone, I need to show myself, I need to show we belong here, and every fight you want to win, but this, I feel like I have no choice. It's not an option, I cannot lose, and every fight I feel powerful, but this fight I feel indomitable.
The devil sever you with the shovel lever. Stop you from doing anything you ever endeavor again forever. Pull no punches, my punches will pull you to the ground like a full set of lunges. Get the guns and punch bullets into your crown.
Nate, man, he's tough as nails. You know, I saw him fight a couple years ago when he captured his first title. You know, he broke his nose in the first round and just dripping gallons of blood. And I remember watching it, and man, just the amount of blood he lost throughout the 5 rounds that he fought against a really tough opponent was just amazing. He showed a lot of heart, which is why I believe in him so much for this next fight.
I have to win, and I'm going to win ferociously. The night of the Pro Grand Prix was an amazing night of fights. We went with the rest of the team. We got to just hang out and just watch a bunch of fighters.
I'll give you back one. Jack of all trades, master of none.
One of the craziest fights was the super heavy fight. It was Alexei Stoyan versus Max from Thailand.
A lot of people were expecting Alexei Stoyan to win.
And he came out punching like crazy, and the Thai guy was just absorbing punches, doing his little dance. The crowd was getting into it. Like between the second and third rounds, the guys in the crowd started betting, and they started waving money like, "Max, you gotta win this." And he looked at the crowd like, "Yeah, I got this." He waited for the Russian to punch himself out and got him in the corner and kneed him and put him away, and that was that. They were looking for some fighter to fight the French 91. I guess they got some Ukrainian kid to do it. He was like 10 kilos too light. He took one of the most brutal knockouts I've ever seen. He took a flying knee to the face. He basically died on the canvas. Ukraine versus Russia in the finals, that was awesome. It was an incredible fight. It was a chess match. That's really what Muay Thai was about. It was just awesome to see two fighters, especially with the political climate, their two countries, just to see them get to bang it out and the whole crowd get into it was unbelievable. There ended up being some controversy. I guess one of the judges made a mistake in the scoring in the Israel-Portugal fight, which was a great fight.
Somebody had given a scorecard that wasn't a WMS scorecard. It was actually a Pattaya Boxing World scorecard. So when the results were tallied, they were tallied wrong, and they changed the decision. And despite the fact that, you know, it was explained to the trainers, you know, how it should have been, they decided that they were going to pull all their fighters.
I was hoping that she'd show up because, you know, I need a redemption for myself. But yeah, I'm proud for my silver medal, actually, for winning it because I fought for it. But for my belt, what can I do, you know?
Brazil's team was so loud throughout the entire tournament. They were always chanting through every fight, and it was definitely kind of intimidating.
I had Julian find the Israeli team and tell them that I'm an American Jew a long way from home, and it would mean a lot if they could make some noise for me.
I'm talking about the beat goes on.
I felt like when I fought Russia in the amateur, I felt like a lot of the strikes I was doing were diminished by the pad. So now Pro-Am, I can't wait. It's going to be more what I'm used to. Just shin pads, elbow pads, and gloves, no headgear, no body gear. So be moving a lot easier, and yeah, I've never seen him fight, I don't know anything about him, but I feel really confident. Let's go get it. It's gonna be the last fight of tonight, and can't wait, man. Coming home with that title. So when I walked out, I started hearing the Israelis chanting USA, which was really a cool experience.
It was going to be an interesting fight because these guys were both pretty well physically matched.
right away started banging on me, just exchanging hits. He hit hard, man. He was a strong dude. He took a couple shots. I think it was like a kick to the body and a jab to the face, and I woke up and I was like, all right, here we're doing this. This is the World Finals. Once I started to land some solid leg shots, started to be less mobile, and then I started to play the chess game a little bit, and, you know, string combos together. There's this technique that crew was trying to get me to do called Dai Quad Lan. It means monk sweeps the floor. And you attack the front leg, and then fake like you're attacking the front leg. And when they lift it to check the kick, you go under it and sweep them out. I was able to land one of those. He went down, and he got back up. Kind of see for a second that he had lost a little bit of the fight in his eyes. In the States, when we were training, there's a segment of hill between Boston and Brookline called Summit Avenue. It's a huge hill. And I would just run up and down that thing all winter. And in between rounds, crew would say, "Where are you?" And I would say, "I'm at the bottom of the hill." They'd say, "Where we're going?" "To the top of the hill." And it was a sprint every round. Last round, crew told me, "Leave everything in Thailand. You don't want to bring anything back with you." And I knew that I was winning the match and I didn't want to make the same mistake I did against Russia. I went back in and just pushed as hard as I could.
I didn't want it to be a repeat of the amateur. I didn't want him to lose the fight because of the judges. I needed him to push through.
All I was thinking was attack, attack, attack. It gave me more confidence to keep striking.
fought a great fight.
And the winner is
So after the fight, all these people were in the stadium were coming up to me and thanking me for holding it down and representing, and I knew all these people were watching online from home. It just meant so much to know that people were like tuned in to follow me, and that they were behind me just made me feel like a stronger fighter, and it was amazing to know that the support was there.
So the nice little surprise is the WMF decided that for each division, each weight category, they would try to select one fighter that really epitomized what, you know, good Muay Thai technique looked like.
I'm very happy I was able to take home a medal for best Muay Thai technique in my division. And I owe it to all my friends and family watching back home for their support.
Some of the best amateur Muay Thai fighters in the world showing up to the WMF Championships. There are athletes that I've seen come for the last 4 or 5 years, and I've seen their evolution. And every year, every team that comes gets more experienced. 5 years ago, which was one of the first times I came and actually attended the WMF, there was no US team. But after 2 years of showing up with no US team, I made a promise that I would bring athletes. It's a small team so far. We've never had the presence of, you know, like Ukraine, Bulgaria, Brazil. You know, their teams are massive. They have like 20, 30 people plus showing up to the tournament. We just don't have that kind of buy-in yet in the US. You know, the goal of the American Muay Thai Federation and the non-profit organization is to help defray some of those costs so that people that want to fight and want to compete don't have a burden on their shoulders to go and actually, you know, represent their country, really. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're representing the whole country. I think it's only a matter of time before there's really a huge Muay Thai circuit in the US, and that is not a bad thing at all.